What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So a new USC player has entered the transfer portal this time on the defensive side, and his cornerback Fabian Ross, who I believe is in his second year at USC, was one of like the 4-star local LA products out here in the last couple years. Supposed to be pretty good, but from what I saw, he never got that much playing time, and pretty sure that's why he's moving on. Not like any more ill will other than that, hopefully. But yeah, I guess he just either wasn't as good as advertised, or USC is probably going to be bringing in some other better players at his position, and he kind of saw the writing on the wall, as this usually happens. So hoping that is the case. Haven't really technically heard any news in the portal or even high school about any other guys committing yet, but hopefully we will at some point. So good luck to Fabian and wherever he chooses, other than UCLA or Notre Dame. And then, yes, the Lakers played earlier today, and sadly they lost to the Dallas Mavericks on the road, 125 to 127. Last time I was looking, it's like a minute left, and they're already losing by like 7 or 8, so I just turned it off. But yes, I guess they made somewhat of a comeback, but yes, sadly losing. I think they have a back-to-back, so tomorrow or today, when you're watching this video, you'll see them. I guess they'll play against the Spurs, I believe. I think they play them like pretty soon on the same week, which is pretty crazy for the NBA. But either way, Spurs are a struggling team, so hopefully the Lakers can get back on a win streak after this game. But yeah, sucks to see. A lot of guys stepped up, especially when it comes to fantasy. Two of my top guys, Luka and LeBron, were playing against each other, and they both got 60 points, which is pretty cool, because fantasy, if you average like 25 to 35 points, that's a pretty good night, but they both basically doubled that, so I am destroying my competition this week, so that is also nice as well. And yes, Duke basketball also played today against Hofstra, and they were able to get that victory 89 to 68. Kyle Filipowski stepped up with 28 points, which is almost a new career high. 8 assists, which was a career high. 4 threes, which tied a career high. And it was his 19th career double-double as well so far, being a Duke Blue Devil. So that's obviously some nice stats and some nice new career highs, almost near career highs or tying some stuff. So he definitely stepped up, as I mentioned in that last game. I know they beat Charlotte, but I kind of wanted to see him propel himself into that main star role for them, especially with their other star player, Tyrese Proctor, out with no timetable to return. So it looks good so far, and I think they get a pretty tough matchup coming up soon. I forget if they play Baylor in Madison Square Garden, but that should be coming up soon as well, I think. So that's going to be a big time matchup, so definitely looking forward to that. And then another show that I've liked quite a bit the past couple of years that it was on was Reservation Dogs, and it did have its last year this season, or this last season this year, but according to Time Magazine, it was tied for the best show of the year according to their list. So that's pretty cool, getting some recognition out there for a really good show. If you have never seen it, I definitely recommend that. I believe it's only on FX, or it's on Hulu, even though it says it's on FX or made by FX or whatever like that. So check it out on Hulu if you do have it. And yes, I don't know if I had mentioned in any of my videos last week that Riley Leonard, the now ex-Duke quarterback, was visiting Notre Dame a couple of those days last week, and apparently it was enough for him to sway his mind and officially transfer out there. It kind of seemed like he might go home to Alabama, because that's where he was from and went to high school out there, and everybody thought he would be going to Auburn, that's in Alabama, out there, but looked like he decided to choose Notre Dame. It said, according to his post, it was a dream come true, something he's always wanted. So yeah, it's just kind of weird, especially because Duke almost beat Notre Dame this year, and yeah, I don't know, just tough to see, because not a lot of people knew about Leonard, and especially myself, even when he was on the Duke program. But once he was starting to become a star last season, I was definitely very behind him this year, especially with his future going into the NFL, maybe after this season. But looks like he will be staying another year in college and trying to get better, which is good for him, but it won't be good for him whenever the game against USC is, because I will be definitely rooting against him. Obviously, I would wish him all the best of luck and have a great game against USC, just as long as it's in a loss. That's all I care about. So, good luck to you, brother, but now you're one of the enemies. So, we'll see how this goes overall. And then, yes, sadly got another gut punch today, now with the Chargers. So, Justin Herbert pretty much, everybody thought he dislocated or did something to injure his finger, one of his fingers. I want to say it was on his throwing hand. I could be wrong, but most likely. But either way, he did find out after some more tests and talking with doctors that he's going to have season-ending surgery. So the Chargers put him basically on IR, which you have to miss 4 games. And since there's only 4 more games left, it's pretty obvious that he's done for the season. And pretty much after that loss this last weekend to Denver, the Chargers' hopes of going to the playoffs pretty much were lost as well. So the only thing us real true Chargers fans can hope for is that they actually do suck and actually lose these games and, you know, get a better draft pick in the process. I think with that loss and some other teams winning, they're at the number 10 overall pick right now, which is probably the highest they have been for quite a bit now. But either way, I don't know. It just feels like Easton Stick, the backup quarterback, finally been waiting for his chance after like 5 years. He was even drafted behind Phillip Rivers his last year with the Chargers, and still was behind Tyrod Taylor and Herbert when they both came in, and been behind Herbert playing these past few seasons. So hopefully he doesn't go off. He can make the game interesting and stuff, the rest of the games going down the stretch, you know, keep the Chargers in it a little bit, but definitely make sure they lose, because I definitely want not only a top 10, but any chance you get closer to a top 5 or anything like that overall pick. But it just seems like a lot of the teams under them as of right now are just as bad or even worse than the Chargers were, so they don't seem like they're gonna keep winning anymore the rest of the year either. But I just hope the Chargers get the memo, and, you know, at least in this situation, if you're gonna tank, as they say, play a lot of your young guys that they have not been playing for some reason, get a good look. It just sucks that most of this coaching staff and, you know, even front office people are going to be gone who brought in all these players, but it gets them playing on tape for the next group of people to look at them who are hired and decide if they want to keep them or not, instead of just having that next group of people come into the team and basically not know how these players are and if they are ready to play in the NFL or not. So get those young guys going. Let's see what happens, and don't forget to lose, please, because we definitely need that top 10 pick. It's going to definitely help out us in the long run, in my opinion. So, yes, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. If there is more stuff, I will add it. It's a quick video under 10 minutes, so luckily for you guys, you don't have to hear me talk as much. But, yes, if there is another bigger story, I will add this to the video tomorrow, Wednesday morning. So, yes, like I said, have a good rest of your day. Bye.